It is time for the Memorial Day edition of The Law and You here on Eyewitness News. We're talking today about getting injured out at a business. Joining us tonight, attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Ciarimboli, fresh in from their cookouts. Guys, good to see you tonight.
Well, we hope nobody gets injured out at any business this Memorial Day holiday.
Yes, hopefully it's been a safe one for you. And if you're still celebrating tonight, remember to use caution, of course. But sometimes accidents happen, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight for Gene in McAdoo. Gene says, I was walking through the garden center of a local store and a stone slab fell off a rack and struck my foot. A worker came over and apologized and said it was his fault. They prepared a report and I went to the hospital in ambulance. Do I have to sue the worker or the company? What should Gene do here in McAdoo?
Gene, I would slow down for a second because it doesn't really sound like you're all that hurt. So, you know, whether, you know, it didn't sound like you had any broken bones or anything of that nature. So, you know, it might be something that you can work out with this particular store rather than having to actually sue the store. I mean, if at the end of the day, you know, you're injured and, you know, you do want to file a lawsuit, you would sue the store because the worker is going to be an employee of the store and they're responsible for the actions of the employee. But I would just, you know, I wouldn't jump right into that. You know, probably need a little bit more information on your injuries.
Correct, because we don't recommend filing suits if you're not hurt. So if you're hurt, that's a different story. Then you would sue the store and the employee would be part of the action. But that's where your best cause of action is against the store. Obviously, you have, as a business invitee, they owe you a duty of safety to put their stuffs on their shelves correctly, and they're not supposed to fall off. So if it falls off and you're injured, you see these in a lot of, you know, these larger stores. So, you know, you're right. We need a little more information. But if you have questions on these types of cases, you know, pick up the phone, get an opinion ASAP from an attorney so they can help you, guide you through the process, because it does get a little crazy.
And when something happens like this, you saw with Gene's question, we had no really idea what to do. So our viewers that get into a situation like this and they want to talk to you, how can they do that?
Call, because the consultation's free. 570-714-HURT. See us on the web, 714hurt.com. You can get your answers, and if there's a case, then you move forward.
Yeah, I mean, look, we know that it's a confusing time. You know, you have a lot of questions, and our initial job is to make sure that we, you know, eliminate that confusion so that you understand your rights. And sometimes those rights are, or you know, the answers to your question may not necessarily be what you want to hear, but that you at least understand what your rights are, whether you want to move forward or not.
All right, results matter with attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Ciarimboli. Guys, have a good night.
Thank you.
Don't forget, PAHomepage.com and the Law and You hotline are always open.